Hey there, good afternoon, everyone. I want to welcome you here all to the Prog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show, a show dedicated to progressive rock and other forms of rock music. So, we're here to do an episode of ranking the songs. This is the show that is now kind of taken over on the Saturday night. I've kind of liked doing this, so I'm going to stick with it for a while. If I get bored, we'll switch shows again, but for now, we're going to stick with this. So, ranking the songs off an album, and we're going to feature this album today, Eloy's Colors. So, this was my first introduction to Eloy. A couple channels and a few people recommend it. A guy at the record store recommended this would be a good first one. It's kind of, I don't know if, I wouldn't call this their magnus opus. I initially thought that's what this was from 1980. But it's one of their top albums for sure. So I decided to do this one because I'm the most familiar with it. I've been listening to it the longest. So there are 8 tracks on here, all good, no bad tracks. Lots of course, keyboards, lots of heavy instrumentation. It's a pretty heavy album, I think. A lot of that kind of Floyd influence that you were getting on some of their other albums as well. But this one being my first one, I noticed right away the Floyd influence. So there are 8 tracks on this, plus 2 bonus tracks, Wings of Vision, the bonus track, and then you also have Silhouettes, the single edition, on as the 10th track. So we're going to rank the 8 original tracks on the album, and I'm going to do this the way I always do. I'm going to do my least favorite track on the album all the way up to my number 1 track, or my worst to first if you prefer. Give you a little bit of information on some of the tracks as we go along, the ones that are more stronger, or the stronger tracks on the album. So coming in at number 8 is the song Impressions. It's the 4th track on the album. It's a pretty solid track. There's nothing really outstanding about the track. It's just a typical Eloy melodic, symphonic, or if you want, spacey kind of track. So a good solid one though. Next up is my number 7, Illuminations. It's the 2nd track. This one pretty much the same. I got the kind of same feel from it as Impressions. They're very different in sound, but I kind of like them both as being that spacey feel to them. So that's my number 7. Number 6 is a little bit better, Giant. This one's a little bit heavier, a little bit more beefy. But along that same vein. So those 3 tracks, number 8, number 7, number 6, are all pretty even to me. Next up comes the number 5 track, which is Sunset. That's the last track on the album, the shortest track as well. It's a very kind of pastoral, almost pastoral sound. For these guys, it's pastoral. It's definitely the use of keyboards is dominant as always. It's spacey, but a little bit more on the pastoral side than some of the other tracks. So that's my number 5. Number 4, Horizons. This is the opening track. Very heavy bass thump on this particular track. And they have this chorus of vocals, female vocalists doing background kind of almost angel-like sounds, adding that kind of very spacey, almost a kind of classical sound to the song. I like this song a lot. It's a nice opening to the album. Horizons is the name of it, and that's my number 4. Number 3, Child Migration. I always like this track quite a bit. It's one of the longer tracks on the album. I think it might actually be the longest. According to this, it's the longest. I didn't realize that, but very long track. Heavy Floyd sound on this one. That's probably my main reason why I like it so much. Even the vocal parts kind of sound very Floydish. It's got that very spacey kind of heavy pulsating sound to it. So Child Migration, number 3. Number 2 is a big step up. So the last 2 are easily my 2 favorite. Gallery is the name of this song. It's a little bit of a shorter track, but it's very up tempo for I was gonna say Pink Floyd. For Eloy, it's a very up tempo, faster paced song. Yeah, a little bit more of a positive flavor if you want it, but of course it's also very spacey, so it's number 2. And then the number 1 track, I think, is pretty easily the number 1 track, second longest track on the album, apparently. Got a very heavy bass part, thick, beefy, kind of up-tempo kind of bass feel to it. Lots of synthesizers, which is the driving part of this whole album, and specifically, sorry, tongue-tied there, specifically on this track, very strong. It's easily, I think, the most memorable track on the album, and easily my favorite. So Silhouettes coming in there at number 1. So I'll give you them all from top to bottom one more time. Silhouettes is number 1. Number 2 is Gallery. Number 3 is Child Migration. Number 4, Horizons. Number 5, Sunset. Number 6, Giant. Number 7, Illuminations. And then the final track, number 8, coming in, is Impressions. So the difficulty with Eloy, especially on this particular album, is many of the titles, they're all one-word titles, very similar titles on a lot of the tracks, so it's easy to get confused. But once you get used to the album, you pick out the differences between each track quite a bit. Yeah, very symphonic. Well, I wouldn't say symphonic. Very spacey, Floyd-like tracks. Heavy instrumentation. They tend to go on specifically with the bass and the keyboards, not as much with the drums and the guitars as you would maybe expect on a heavier album, but definitely one of my favorite Floyd albums. I don't think it's my favorite anymore. Initially, I liked it quite a bit, but some of the other albums have come up and challenged here for the lead. So eventually I'll do a Eloy ranking, and then you'll see for sure where we stand with this album. But for today, that's my ranking of the songs on Eloy's album Colors that came out in 1980. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please hit the like and subscribe. If you want, you can leave your own rankings of the songs on this album, or you can talk about Eloy, or you can say whatever you want about the album Colors. All of that's good, and I appreciate everybody's attention to my details. I try to get it wrong. I'm not that good at it, so when people correct it, that's good too. It makes me notice stuff a little more. Today I've got a little bit of a migraine, so my eyesight's not so clear. Anyways, I hope to see you all again next week for another ranking of the songs off an album. I'm sure we'll have a good one. I haven't picked one out yet, but I have one in mind. So we'll see you then. Take care and have a good one, and goodbye.